Do you guys think Biden has COVID?
I do think he was sick.
He tried to get speedy COVID, you think? Is that what's going on? We got to look into that.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, it is amazing timing that he would get COVID, which would force him to step down.
Well, he hasn't blamed COVID yet, is the thing. Has he?
No, well, it just stopped him from making public appearances.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so immediately after the peak of Trump's fame, he gets COVID and he's fucking 81 years old. You're like, uh-oh, is this going to take him out?
Yeah.
Like, is that how you top Trump? Does Obama sit him down and be like, Joe, we need you to die? There's only one way that we can get the energy back here, and you got to fucking croak. So we're giving you the vid.
Well, have you heard the theory that he's dead?
Yeah.
There's like a whole, like, this is a thing.
I haven't seen a video of him. I haven't seen a picture of him. He literally, we were talking.
Twitter is crazy.
It's
like,
crazy.
I haven't heard this one.
No, we were talking about this. Like, he resigned like a fuckboy. Like, you've been with us for decades, and you just send a text to Twitter like, yo, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, usually you would have some sort of video. Now, I understand he has COVID, so it might be, bad to have people in there
But he's
videotaping him.
upset. They bullied him. They forced him
Well,
to
he's
do
also
this shit.
he
So
also
that's why
can't talk. He's fucking gone mentally. Like, all the jokes that he's dead, fine, whatever. He can't talk. I don't want to see you make another fucking statement where you fumble through every word.
Off the teleprompter, he's pretty good. He's pretty good off the teleprompter.
I think the point we all agree on is that when a president says they're not going to go up for re-election, it's usually done in a more public, forward-facing way than like a post on Twitter, with a digital signature. Like, he didn't even sign the shit.
Yeah, he's tight.
Yeah.
So
he's tight.
that is the theory, that they bullied him out, essentially.
They definitely did.
And the same people that were like, nah, Joe got this, all of a sudden flip on him. My question to you guys is, was that the plan all along? Were they waiting for because they did it at the perfect time. They didn't do it right before the Republican National Convention. If they do it right before, then the whole RNC is addressing Kamala. They do it right after. So now all the addressing of Joe and everything that they did at the convention is useless because Joe's out of here anyway.
Yeah.
I think we're giving Democrats way too much credit. They don't ever do anything correctly, and they're all fucking. I'm not here to do this. We salute you, Joe. Shit, that motherfucker should have been dropped out. That was selfish of you to stay in. In the same way we put Ruth Bader Ginsburg on all these fucking t-shirts. If she just decided I'm in my mid-70s with cancer, I should drop out of being a Supreme Court justice while Obama's in office. Roe vs. Wade might not get overturned. These motherfuckers are selfish at every turn. I don't think there's some grand conspiracy. I think that motherfucker wanted power, and he stayed in. And I honestly think the visual of Trump getting shot and then standing up and raising a fist in the air, think how he looks versus Joe Biden walking up a flight of steps. There's no fucking way you vote for that man. And the Democrats are inept, and they're gonna, when Trump wins, I think it's a shoo-in, and maybe Kamala's better than I think. When Trump, I don't want to hear nothing about white supremacy or racism or they didn't want a black woman to be friends. Y'all fucked it up at every fucking turn because you're selfish. You don't give a fuck about nobody. Don't blame us when Trump wins.
Now, first of all, I agree. Beautifully said.
Okay.
Cold world, very cold world, that they would do that to him. Now, is there any truth that the longer they waited, the easier it would be to just make Kamala the nominee?
Yeah.
That's what I suspect, because
I don't think so.
I had so many different people pull me aside over the last 3 months, maybe even longer, that said, Joe will not make it to the election. They're going to pull him out, and they're probably going to put in, and some would say Michelle, some would say Kamala,
Hillary.
Some would say Gavin Newsom, even Hillary, I'm sure.
Michael Malice said Hillary here.
Michael Malice and Hillary. So if every one of our people that seems pretty invested politically said they're pulling him, they're waiting for the right time, and then it happens, it's hard for me to not believe that there is some potential design to this.
But here's where I would argue with the he's dead thing.
Yeah.
Because if he's actually dead, that's perfect.
No, I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead.
That theory, that if he was actually dead, that'd be perfect.
No.
Kamala just
I'm saying
that theory, that was just addressing the previous, is he dead thing. But then in terms of waiting, it would be the brilliant time. It would be a brilliant time to wait.
Because you subvert your constituents, right? You basically remove their ability to nominate the person, and then you get to put up the person that you think will hold down the party. And by hold down the party, I really mean do what you tell them.
Yeah.
Because I think we can all agree that Biden is just doing what people tell him. There's a few people out there, we imagine, I don't even know what the system
managerial
is.
class.
The managerial class. But the crazy thing is we don't even know what this is. The balls, the chutzpah to call Trump the end of democracy when right now the elected official isn't even the person making the decisions. And there are people that are kind of okay with this. They're like, yeah, but they're doing a good job. He goes, whether they're doing a good job or not doesn't matter. Like, if there's a tyrant in some country that's doing a good job, it doesn't mean that he's not a tyrant, he's not a dictator. This is, in a lot of ways, this is like fundamentally against the core values of the American political system. You have to have representation. If we vote for Biden, I want to know what Biden wants to do. If we vote for Trump, then I want to know what Trump wants to do. Now, if his cabinet is, wait, what are you saying?
I think that all presidents have a bunch of people around them making the decisions, and then they give the cosign if they agree with it or not. I think he's still capable mentally to give the cosign on other people making decisions.
Now,
I don't think he's that far gone.
Now, I will say this. I agree with you, and I do want that. I want, like, my president to be, like, the best HR director ever.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be the expert in everything, but I want him to have, like, experts around. But I also want to know who the experts are. So if Biden was like, hey, here's my cabinet, and these are the people that help me make all these decisions, then I would also know who I'm kind of voting for, and I'd know.
Never really know.
No, but actually, maybe, I don't know. My understanding, and I think with Trump, the idea with Trump is, I'm not trying to make it a comparative thing, is the reason why he's so volatile and scary is he won't necessarily listen to those experts. He's going to do what he wants to do. And I think with Biden, it was like, he's going to do what the party wants him to do. He hasn't done anything to like move the party line in any direction.
No.
Right? It's been the exact typical thing that the party wants. And it's just funny to call Trump the end of democracy when we're kind of seeing democracy be subverted by the Democrats as well. I'm not saying that Trump wouldn't end it, but stop acting like you're holier than thou. I think that's why people get annoyed by Democrats. They're like, there's this like arrogance and condescension with the way that they describe Republicans as if they don't do the same thing.
Yeah, and if you vote Republican, there's something wrong with you. That is infuriating. Y'all are, again, you're just as corrupt as them. They just don't lie to us.
I was saying, who was I fucking talking to? But it was just about like democratic identity right now. Like, I don't know a straight dude under 60 that identifies as a Democrat. I know straight dudes that vote democratically. I've voted democratically my whole life.
Yeah.
But I don't know one that identifies as like someone was like, I'm a Democrat.
Yeah.
Republicans be leaning in on that shit. I'm conservative. I'm a Republican to the day I die. I don't know a straight male under 60 years old that identifies as a Democrat. Do you know one?
I think it's
the fact that you gotta look up.
No, because you
gotta look up and calculate because you don't know one because they're gay.
Yeah,
they're the party of gay.
That's why he's because he identifies as a Democrat, but he doesn't know if he's straight or gay. That's the
No, but I was just gonna say that. I was like, it's like being straight. Like nobody needs to be like, yo, I'm straight. It's just like, okay, if you're not yelling that you're a Republican, most likely you're a Democrat. But Republicans feel the need to have to yell and tell everybody.
You could make that argument because they feel like they're like victimized by the fact that the media is controlled, et cetera. And that's a good argument. Don't get me wrong. But I also think that there's a branding issue with Democrats that they lean too far into the rainbows. And straight dudes, like when I grew up as a Democrat, this is how I saw. This is how I saw Democrats. I was like, this is the perception of what happened as a kid. I was like, yo, the Democrats seem to like black people.
Yeah.
And I like black people. So I want to be with the side that likes the black people. Black people make cool shit.
And
I got
Republicans
friends that are
seem
black.
to hate gay people.
No. Fuck gay. We're not even talking about gays yet.
Yeah.
Republicans were seen as racist.
Yeah.
The branding of it. I don't know if that was true, but in New York, it was like, yo, if you're a Republican, are you kind of racist? You know, I'm even looking at like my family who's all Republicans, you know, outside of my dad. And even the way that my dad described it to me, he's like, yeah, I grew up in like a Republican household, but when it came to the civil rights, it seemed like they didn't really step up and they didn't really care, you know? And like my dad was like, I saw all my brothers and shit dodge the draft. I'm the only one that entered the draft. So you're talking all this war shit, but you're dodging the draft. I'm the only one that actually was in the army here. And you're just ignoring the civil rights thing. Nah, I'm a Democrat. So it was this feeling of, to me, acceptance and like looking out for this group of people that were very important culturally to America.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? So black people, cool, Democrat. You don't like black people, Republican. Right? Now Democrat got nothing to do with black people. Now Democrat is gay.
Yeah.
It's just like, how do we protect the gays? How do we make everything trans? How do we make everything DEI? And DEI is just gay, everything, right? Just gay, women. It's like women, gay, trans. That's the only branding. I feel like they don't give a fuck about black people no more.
They still
They
appeal to
front
black
like they
people.
do. But here's the thing.
Oh, they front like they do. Yes.
Here's the, and maybe all parts front like they do. But you got to ask yourself this question. And this is why I think that straight dudes just don't identify with it. Let's say that Republicans are thought of as racist. I think that's going away a little bit. But let's just say Republicans are thought of as racist still. But Democrats are thought of as gay. Would you rather people think you're racist or gay?
Gay.
You rather think people think you're gay?
Gay. Than racist, yeah.
Because you're black, you can't be racist.
Damn.
For non...
He got out. That's clever.
Yeah. For
All right, leave me hanging, faggot.
I think for the average dude, right? You're cool with the gay shit. Obviously, you lean in with the fucking nails and stuff. But I think for the average dude, they would rather people think that they're a little racist than a little gay.
Well, yeah. They already tell you that you're kind of racist.
Go.
So you're like they'll be like, oh yeah, you got implicit racism. Yeah, you're implicitly racist living in America. So you're already racist. I'm like, all right.
Well, if I'm already racist,
I'm not gonna be gay
I'm
too.
with them. Not the nip tucks. I don't want to fuck with the nip tucks. So the branding, I think that they really thought that they were doing the right thing, being progressive and protecting these oppressed people. It could come from a good place.
Mm-hmm.
But they lean so far into that.
Yeah, and they need some protections, but they lean so far. And, to your
That you
point,
alienated all the straight dudes, and now you just got a bunch of women, gays, and trans that are like rah 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 Democrats, and everybody else is like, all right, bro. Like, how many Disney movies we got to make
your
gay?
point-
Then why was
To your
Grindr
point-
going crazy at the
sorry,
RNC though?
really quick, to your point, you know who
Republicans
else?
gay too.
Yeah.
But they keep that shit on the low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They on Grindr, not Instagram.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. They're gay as fuck. They're
Like,
gay.
Biden got the trans in the fucking in the White House. Biden had the trans day in the White House.
Oh yeah.
He got his head, what is it, executive for energy is wearing a fucking dress and shit. We're like, what is going on? Put a fucking suit on. Go suck cock on the weekends. Monday through Friday, you gotta dress like a soldier. You know what I mean? This is why we don't ask, don't tell. Because you're wearing a skirt.
It is performative too. It's like a lot of performative shit. Like, come on.
Sorry, what were you saying? No, what were you saying?
To your point about just Democratic, the branding, they used to be for the blue collar worker. You know, the head of the Teamsters spoke at the Trump thing.
Yeah.
He called the RNC and the DNC head and was like, hey, I would like to speak. And then DNC never got back to him. RNC was like, come through and speak.
Stupid.
So all your blue collar workers, even if you're not union, whatever, you're looking at the head of the Teamsters, the most powerful union in the country, maybe, saying, I'm pro Trump. We're going to fix this. Am I going to vote for him or the guys that are gay? Y'all aren't speaking on my behalf. Nobody ever talked about how MAGA, a large part of what created it is those people felt like all I hear is I'm white, I'm racist, I have white privilege, I'm poor as fuck. There used to be manufacturing jobs in my town. Now it's a ghost town. What's happening? Not only are you telling me you don't care, you're telling me I'm privileged? Fuck you, suck my dick, I'm going this
And you're
way.
trying to make my kids gay.
And you're trying to make my kids gay?
That's a huge
I don't got
component.
enough to deal with. I don't got enough to deal
They
with.
still got the racist stink on them though. Like you have Hulk Hogan there speaking like, "Oh,
What did he do?
My daughter can't date a nigga."
All
Like,
right.
come on,
He didn't
son.
say it like that.
He did say it like that. He said nigger. Sorry.
Whoa,
Yeah,
jeez,
that-
Al.
Wait, what did he say?
Yeah, his daughter couldn't date a black guy. Oh, yeah. He just wanted- But yeah,
You don't
like,
got a daughter, yo. You don't know what it's like.
Just don't take pictures with him,
Yeah,
Al.
come on, Al. One day you're going to get a daughter, okay? You're going to have a daughter, and then we're going to see how you feel.
Do you think you're more gay or racist?
Nah, I'm way more racist.
Yeah, I
Way
think so.
more
What
racist.
percent? What percent?
I'm 3x more racist than gay for sure.
Yeah. I can even tell you which racist.
But you can also tell us which guys you would bang.
I'm not banging no dude, but if I had to line up the people I'd be racist to, that's light
Light
work.
work, right?
That's
You
light
line 'em
work.
up,
Like,
dog.
yeah, and I'd be open with that. But like, wouldn't you, like honestly, Al,
Get over here, ching ching chestnut.
like if you had to do a racist act or a gay act, which one would you do
now,
first?
Now we're
definitely
talking.
racist.
Right there.
Now we're
That's the
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Because there's so many racist things you could just say, and most people would be like, yeah, they do be doing that. You're not even upset about it. But if you have to kiss a dick for a little,
I'm a curb stomp motherfucker.
you don't even have to go that far. You can say black people loud.
I'm going with that.
He's an Asian, bro.
To be a hate crime.
Stop Asian hate,
Al
Al.
can talk all the shit he wants. I know who he voting for.
Who?
He voting for Trump. When
Facts, bro. Facts.
Nah,
The
definitely.
Trump train is coming, dude.
Definitely.
Yo, we going MAGA on the pod, bro. We might have to go MAGA on
Oh,
the
we're
pod.
starting now?
Yo, what the fuck? You was never MAGA before.
You've been in the Hamptons too long. That's what happened.
Son, yo, the Hamptons.
You sound
funny
like
as shit.
Elon on fucking Twitter. It's like,
Yo,
we're
but-
going to be MAGA now.
Yo,
Like,
one of Elon's kids is trans, and he blames the woke mind virus.
Yeah.
Not the fact that he's been building rockets for 20 hours a day, ignoring that little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? What
crazy fucking-
Yo, it's so great. That's the most. Yo,
you
shout
like
out.
12 kids, you don't spend no time with
Shout
none
out
of
Elon. Yeah, it's like, what do you think your kid is gonna do to get attention from you?
them. Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? He's gonna wear a dress so you start at least going, yo, what the fuck is going on over here?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's probably trying to send that little motherfucker to the moon. There ain't no gay people on Mars.
Transition to another planet.
But that is a good question. Like, how many trans kids have both parents in their life loving?
Okay, all right.
Come on.
I don't know if there's data on it.
It's
I don't know
just
if
a
we don't have
question.
data on
Depends on
it.
what borough you're
That
in.
seems
It's just a
transphobic.
question.
That
If
seems
you're in white
transphobic.
Brooklyn, probably a lot.
Yo, I don't know.